What's going on, guys? TKD with a video, and today I want to talk about the long-awaited conference PSX 2016. Just finished, just wrapped up here on Saturday, and I wanted to debut and kind of just give you guys some thoughts about the things that were announced at the conference. Now, you know, just watching this again on YouTube, I watched the stream from the guys that kind of funny, you know, Greg Miller, Colin Moriarty, Tim Geddes, you know, all those guys, right? And I was watching their stream, and it really just kind of just brought me down, man. Like, I want to go there. You know what? Next year I'm going to PSX, man. I don't care what anybody says, bro. I'm going to PSX, you feel? But going into the actual conference, I'll just mess around, people. First up, we got Yakuza 6 and Kiyomi coming to the West regions in 2017. Now, I know nothing about these two games, so I'm just reading off, you know, this thing that kind of just I gathered from watching the actual conference. So there's a lot of things that I don't really care about, and there's a lot of things that I do care about. So we're gonna get into all that going in. But one thing I do care about is Naughty Dog opening up the conference, and they started out with Uncharted: The Lost Legacy. It will be the new downloadable content for Uncharted 4 that we've been promised, and it is going to be debuting the story between Nadine from Uncharted 4 and Chloe from the past Uncharted games. So that's going to be really cool to see how they two have a relationship and had a connection or partnership of some sort. And I guess this might lead to why Chloe and Cutter kind of broke up and why Nadine started working with Cutter. It's going to explain all that. I can't wait for that, and that's coming out in 2017. Next up, we got the announcement. Following a bunch of rumors that this was coming, but it finally, you know, came to, you know, truth. Is that Marvel vs. Capcom is happening, coming out in 2017, and they also announced that Marvel 3 was out today on PS4. And obviously, it is out today right now as you watch this, because this is, you know, post conference. But you can download Marvel 3 if you'd like that on the PSN store. Moving on to a game that I, you know, hold dear to my heart, and that is Wipeout. You know, Wipeout, I played a lot of that back on the PS2, on the PSP, and all stuff like that, and I play a lot on the Vita as well. But they're coming out with a re-HD versions of the Wipeout series, and it is all three Wipeouts, as Wipeout HD, Wipeout 2048, and Wipeout Fury, all getting remastered from the ground. Well, I'm not sure from the ground up, but getting remastered HD textures. And I believe IGN today posted some footage in 4K with a high frame rate of this game. So definitely check it out, guys. I love Wipeout, and I can't wait for it to actually launch on PlayStation consoles. Next up here, shout out to Tim Geddes. You know, he's a big Crash Bandicoot fan. I'm not the biggest Bandicoot fan. I don't remember playing it a lot as a kid. I know I did, but just not a lot. But Crash Bandicoot got an official name for the HD remastered. It's called the Insane Trilogy. And during the conference, they were showing back and forth versions of the game, and it looks like an insane remaster. It looks great. They really built it from the ground up, and it looks like an incredible remaster that I'm sure people that love Crash Bandicoot will enjoy this coming out as well. Along with that, we moved on to the re-release of the original Parappa the Rappa, which I only know this character mainly from PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale. I never really played, you know, the games that were solo to him, but apparently they were on PS1, I guess, or something like that. Whatever, I don't really know that character that well. But Greg Miller, you know, was, you know, pretty happy about, but Greg Miller was mainly happy about getting remastered for Patapon. As you guys all know, you know, Greg Miller is a big fan of Patapon, obviously. I play Patapon here and there a little bit on my PlayStation Portable, but not a ton. But he, you know, loves Patapon, and is getting remastered for PS4, so definite advantage to that. Also, Loco Roco is in those mix as well for getting it remastered to the PS4. Next up on the list, they debuted a trailer for Ace Combat 7, so you know, if you're interested in that type of jet fighting game, you can go ahead and play that and check out that as well. I'm not really interested, but oh well. And something that I deadass would have thought you were crazy they were doing, but apparently this leaked a long time ago. I didn't realize this got leaked, but Knack 2 is actually coming out. They actually made a Knack 2, which I totally did not expect, man. I did not expect. I never played Knack, obviously, just because, like, you know, that was basically just one of the generic launch styles for the PS4. You know, nothing insane. And then Knack got pretty bad reviews, but apparently they doubled down on Knack, and they are dedicated to improving what that was lacking in the first one. They even said on their tweets, and apparently they're coming out with Knack 2. So they're doubling down. All right, you know, I appreciate the enthusiasm behind Knack. Don't really get why they're doing it, but we're getting an Act 2. Moving on that, we got some new intel and details on Gravity Rush. Now, Gravity Rush I played extensively on the Vita, the main console that it came out for. I love Gravity Rush, and they are coming out with the second one here in a few months, and Raven will be playable in the game, so you'll be able to play as Raven in Gravity Rush 2, and they actually showed some box art that I don't know if they put out before this conference, but the box art looks dope. Like, it looks great. That box art screams Gravity Rush. If you guys know what it is, if you guys have played Gravity Rush, you guys know that the artwork completely goes hand in hand with the actual game. They also showed a new trailer for Gran Turismo Sport at PSX, and I played Gran Turismo I think once or twice. I think I got it as a Christmas gift, but it was just too boring for me. I'm more of an arcade racing guy. You guys know that with my background with Need for Speed. That video I put out last week, make sure to check it out on my channel. But I'm definitely more of an arcade style racing player, so definitely not really interested in Gran Turismo, but we got a trailer for it if you guys are interested. Also with that, Ni no Kuni 2 made an appearance, and it looked great. There was getting a lot of tweets were talking about Ni no Kuni 2, so that's very good. Reps up to Ni no Kuni. Also, they debuted some games that I didn't know a lot about, which is Grasshoppers Let It Die, which is available right now. You can get it for free on PS4, and there's also a game called Vane that got an extended trailer. So I don't really know a lot about these games. I might check out Grasshopper if it's cool, but that's just what it is. And things that I am interested in was the Vita selection in PSX. It was a great showing for Vita. It was really nice to see that they still care to a degree about the Vita. Vita's been getting kind of pushed to the side lately, but I'm glad that they showed it some love at PSX 2016 with Lara Croft Go coming to the Vita and PS4, and it dropped the moment they announced it on the conference. So you can go and download it for free right now. Well, not for free, but you can go and get it at the store for Vita and PS4 if you like. Along with that, they announced a bunch of different games for the Vita, and even the new one by one of my favorite devs, that's on the scene right now, which is Housemarque. They debuted a new game that they're coming out with along with Matterfall that hasn't dropped yet, but they announced a new game. I believe it was called Nex Machina, and it is going to be a game that's, listen, if you've played any game by Housemarque, whether it be Resogun, Alienation, you understand the way they do games, right? It is a great addictive quality to their games, and they are back at it again with Nex Machina, and this is obviously going to be released probably after Matterfall. I think Matterfall is going to come out first, obviously, but this is coming out, and so this is definitely really cool because I love Housemarque. Housemarque is a great developer, and it is awesome to see their arcade style games coming out in a nice fashion. Next up, we got some news for PSVR. Not a lot of PSVR news coming out of this conference, which is kind of weird, but I guess kind of okay, just because it just launched. They're still trying to get their grips on the actual headset, trying to realize what they're gonna do with it, right? It kind of makes sense. But they got a Star Blood Arena game coming out in spring of 2017, so that's dropping very shortly here in the first half of the year. Along with that, they announced that MLB The Show 17 is getting a retro mode, which looks like the old school style way MLB used to be played, which has like a bunch of things with like the sensor, not like sensor, but it just looks like a tracking bar that you're supposed to swing the bat at the exact center of it. It just looks very retro-ish. You guys can look at some footage, and it looks very much like a retro fashion. So that's coming out for MLB The Show 2017 soon here in a couple of months or so. And lastly, what closed down the show was Naughty Dog once again with a very, very long and extended trailer of the announcement of Last of Us Part 2 coming out. Yes, it's being developed by Naughty Dog. Yes, Last of Us 2 is back. And I was left completely in awe, man. That trailer was amazing. I love Last of Us. I'm sure everyone, like if you care about PlayStation, you probably love Last of Us as well. Like Last of Us was a great game. It was well renowned. It was really great review. It is looked upon by a lot of people as the greatest game on PlayStation 3 overall, and probably the greatest game ever made. Usually, and a lot of circles are saying that. You know what I'm saying? But Last of Us has a lot of clout, and they're back with Last of Us Part 2, and the trailer depicts an older Ellie, and it looks great, and there's a bunch of theories about how Joel could possibly be dead, and that was like a vision she was having in the trailer. I don't know, there's a bunch of crazy stuff going on. everyone's going crazy over Last of Us 2, and it is well deserved because that trailer was absolutely insane. However, you know, they did say on stage that this is a very, very early build of the game. So honestly, I don't think we're gonna be seeing this game. So at least maybe 2019, maybe holiday season 2018. Like maybe like there's this game is way out, guys. This is no 2017 release. There's no way this game is dropping next year. If it does, that's like a miracle, but it's not happening. It's not happening, guys. It's not happening, guys. So I know I'm seeing a lot of people saying that, oh, this game's coming out next year. It's not. This game is a couple years out at max. And so yep, that was my opinions and my thoughts on PSX 2016. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you like, subscribe, share, all the links down below. Thanks for watching, and as always, I got you.